these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Chippewas offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And the Chippewas want to crank the tempo. Guys, let's chat about Central Michigan. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
He breaks a tackle. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The Chippewas are on the move. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to take off.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell, drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
They'll run play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Johnson wants to throw it. He'll take a shot. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And the Chippewas will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. He now has 85 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. UMass hoping that big run will give them some momentum. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UMass!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Williams. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Chippewas are in the hurry up. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll do it himself. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Chippewas come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Johnson looking to throw. And that one's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's caught. It's Williams. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. Turns it on in midfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That's the end of the period, and it's UMass out front. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. To the air, it's Hairston. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
The Chippewas racing to the line in the hurry up. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Chippewas will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. The UMass offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. The Chippewas trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Johnson wants to throw it. Right on the money. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because...
Touchdown, Central Michigan. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
It's on target and complete. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Oh, he makes the catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To throw, it's Hairston. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it! He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. 4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. He caught it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Off play action on 1st down. He's got his man across the middle. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Chippewas will hustle to the line. Johnson looking to throw.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Punt is on its way. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. He fires a bullet to the right. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. They'll run it from the gun. Moving past the 25. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Minutemen picked up a chunk on the ground. Let's see what they do here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Handoff from the gun. Past the first down marker and still running. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Hairston. Got his man in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Hood. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Alumni Stadium.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Coates. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The UMass offense returns to the field. Here comes the option. Now the toss. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Hairston. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. On the ground, it's Hood. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Working on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Here's the Heat. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Off play action. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. UMass will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. The Chippewas moving quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Off the play fake on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They'll give it to Johnson. At the 45, on his way. Wide open on the right. Touchdown, Chips. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Now they find themselves behind, David. Let's see if they have an answer.
Yep, losing the lead, obviously lose a little bit of momentum, but this offense, you can gain it right back, Palmer. Let's get a drive starter going. Find some guys you know they're going to make some plays for you.
So that's the challenge for them. You got to answer, right? You got to take the field here. You got to execute, be physical, and regain this lead.
Still on his feet at the 45. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Fires to the right, and it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now the play fake. This time it's complete. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. And the Chippewas headed quickly to the line. Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the grab. Turning it on. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The Chippewas have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's open on the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Grab behind the line. It's Cox. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Chippewas will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's good. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMass holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking for space, it's Lewis. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Second down coming up. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground. Knocked down at the 28-yard line. Now on first down from the 28. Back to throw. It's Hairston. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Massey. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UMass! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Boise State is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 07 season where this program ran the Statue of Liberty play to win the Fiesta Bowl. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. They're trailing by 10 to Buffalo. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Chippewas in the hurry-up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. It's Cox. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for...
Oh, he's got some space. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Chippewas! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Under fire. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The UMass offense returns to the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a... Last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Lots of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want that clock to run. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up.
And into the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And offensively, man, I think you want to, at this point in the game, with the clock running down in the fourth quarter with the lead, I want to add.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Minuteman. Great job by the back on the option.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. Johnson looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit? And the Chippewas have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Central Michigan. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
40, Central Michigan, 37.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the fourth.
Breaks into the open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll give it to the back. Nice move to keep running. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.